B2B sales can feel like navigating a maze, especially when big dollar deals involve layers of decision makers and lengthy cycles. But what if there was a proven methodology designed to guide you through even the most complex deals? That's exactly what the Miller Heiman sales methodology is all about. In this video, we're going to explore this powerful framework and unpack how it can transform the way your team closes deals. Let's start at the beginning. Before the 1960s, sales tactics mostly focused on manipulating or tricking customers into purchasing, but that was about to change. During the 60s, the sales industry started to change as salespeople had one crucial realization. People don't like to be sold things, but they do like to buy. Enter Steve Heiman and Bob Miller, who were both well respected in the sales field. In the late 1970s, the pair looked to develop a win-win sales approach where sellers closed deals by helping buyers solve their problems. The Miller Heiman strategic selling method has been around ever since, being taught to thousands of sellers worldwide through the Miller Heiman Group, which was recently acquired by Korn Ferry. But what makes this approach so different to others? Well, the Miller Heiman approach is designed specifically for managing large, complicated B2B deals, the kind that involve big money, long sales cycles, and layers of approval before they're closed. If you've ever faced a deal with layers of approvals and a mountain of decision makers, you know how overwhelming it can be. Without a solid, repeatable process, it's easy for things to fall apart. You might lose track of who holds influence, the sales cycle might stretch on indefinitely, or a single overlooked objection from one stakeholder could derail the entire deal. This is where Miller Heiman shines. It helps you to map out everyone involved in the buying process, understand their needs, motivations, and concerns, and build strong, lasting relationships that don't just close deals, but lay the groundwork for future success. At its core, the Miller Heiman methodology revolves around three steps: categorizing, determining, and influencing. Let's break them down. Step number one is categorizing. In this phase, you step back and look at every individual involved in the client's buying cycle and sort them into groups based on how much influence and what kind of influence they hold in the decision-making process. Here's an example. Imagine you're selling a software solution to a mid-sized company. On the surface, it might seem like the CIO is the decision maker. But as you dig deeper, you discover that the end users in the marketing department, as well as the CFO approving the budget, are just as critical to the deal's success. You have to be aware of the fact that in large deals, the number of people you have to analyze could be quite high, so be prepared for that. The Miller Heiman approach is about relationship building, so knowing everyone involved and what they could contribute to the buying process is really useful. Step two is determining. Here you look at the categorized list you put together in step one and use your prior knowledge as well as the information you've gained from conversations to determine which people are most likely to support your cause and which are the most likely to push back. For example, an IT director might be highly supportive of integrating a new sales software into the business, whereas a CFO may have budgetary concerns. With the Miller Heiman methodology, it's your role to understand where you have support as well as where you still need to gain it in order to not only be successful in closing the deal, but in maintaining strong working relationships with all the parties involved. One quick tip is to note your findings from these first two steps into your CRM, just so you don't forget them. The final step is influencing. This is where you begin to apply the research and analysis conducted in the categorization and determining phases. Here, keep in mind that you are aiming to influence these key players not by being manipulative, but by building a real, true working relationship with them. The people who you've determined as being on your side, appreciate them, support them, and maintain that positive relationship with them. Those who are more hesitant about buying in, don't neglect them. You have to communicate with them, listen to and understand their concerns, and see things from their perspective. This way, everyone in the process feels valued and understood. If you don't categorize and determine, you won't be able to understand your clients' wants and needs enough to influence them. It's a win-win in both the long term and the short term. You get closer to sealing the deal, the key players feel appreciated, and you forge a great working relationship going forward. So is the Miller Heiman methodology right for your team? Miller Heiman isn't a one-size-fits-all solution, but it's a game changer for the right sales teams. So here are a few signs that it might work for you. Your team regularly manages complex B2B deals with multiple decision makers. You're looking for a repeatable framework that simplifies large, complicated sales cycles. You want to build strong, lasting relationships with clients rather than focusing solely on transactional deals. If this sounds like your team, the Miller Heiman methodology might be the perfect fit. This methodology has stood the test of time because it simplifies the complexity of modern B2B sales. It's not just about closing deals. It's about building trust, solving problems, and creating long-term success for both you and your clients. If you're looking for more insights into sales enablement strategies, join our free Slack community where you can connect with peers and learn from industry experts. Or visit our website at salesenablementcollective.com for more resources. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and hit the subscribe button. And check out the links in the description for even more sales enablement content just like this. See you next time.